1980 USSSA World Series of Slow Pitch Softball. Join announcers Mark Bachman and Steve Teixeira for all the color and excitement, direct from Willow Pass Park in Concord, California. Direct from Willow Pass Park in Concord, California at the base of Mount Diablo. It's the championship game of the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of Amateur Slow Pitch Softball. This program is a special presentation of the USSSA Television Network. Our program is brought to you in part by Dudley Sports, makers of the SB12L softball, America's #1 choice. The softball that outsells all others combined. Selected as the official softball for more world-class tournaments than any other ball. The weather here in Concord, California is sunny and warm. The winds that have been blowing strong the last several days have abated, and we have great weather for softball. Over 7,000 fans on hand to witness the championship game of this 13th annual World Series. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Teixeira, along with broadcast partner Mark Bachman. We're set to bring you all the play-by-play in color of this championship contest, featuring Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California versus Dave Carroll Sports of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. It's all on the line for Campbell's. They have the chance to be the first team in softball history to win the coveted Triple Crown, as they have already won the 1980 ASA National Tournament and the 1980 National Slow Pitch Conference Tournament. So, Dave Carroll is going to be trying to stop them here today. And Mark, your thoughts about Dave Carroll Sports versus Campbell's?
Well, Dave Carroll Sports, of course, is one of the outstanding teams in the game of softball today. Campbell's, though, has an outstanding record on this field. Willow Pass Park losing just one game in 3 years. So who's to say? You know, it's a one game. This is the World Series of softball, the final game, and flip a coin.
All right, we're set to go, and we'll be right back interviewing the two team managers after this word. Steve Teixeira back here at Willow Pass Park in Concord, California. With me, the two championship managers. On my right, Randy Garrell of Campbell's Carpets. On my left, Mike Parrott of Dave Carroll Sports. Randy, you first. Defense has been a great factor in this tournament. Now the wind today has died down. Will defense continue to play a big part in this game?
No question. It's not the team you're competing against. You're just competing against every inning in the softball. You've got to go out and play our game, not react to them, but act ourselves.
What do you think about the people on the Dave Carroll team? Is there anyone that you're looking out for in particular?
The first 10.
So everyone on the team?
That's right. You don't get to be lucky to be at this stage. They're one of the best teams in the country. It's down to 1-2 games. It's just whoever wants it the most gets the breaks. We've worked hard. Both teams have all year long. It was just a privilege to be here to play them.
Are you surprised to see Dave Carroll Sports in the playoffs? Did you expect to be against someone else?
No, I'm not surprised a bit. When you look at the brackets, of course, you go over it and you think about it, and this is the first time we've had the privilege of playing Dave this year. We have not had the matchup. We've only been in a couple of the common tournaments together, and we haven't faced each other. So we felt that it was either Howard's or Dave Carroll's coming out of the top, and with Mike, Bruce Meade, Donnie Woods, the top personnel, they had to be picked.
Well, good luck today, Randy. Thanks very much for being with us. Mike, who are you looking out for on the Campbell's team?
Well, I'm not as fortunate as Randy. I've got to look out for about 15 of them. He has great bench strength. I think I'm just fortunate. I noticed that Mr. Campbell is not in uniform, and I don't believe Randy's going to get in. So the first 15, I tell you, they're all tough. They've got some great personnel.
How many runs do you think you're going to have to score to beat Campbell's?
I said it from the word go. If we can average what we started off at 20-run runs, I believe we can win it with 21 runs.
All right, and you have any special strategy in this park in terms of your hitting?
No, we just have to hit the ball hard. Once you start trying to punch it around, you find that you lose your mental concentration, and then it floods over into your defense, and you really have a problem then.
Well, Mike, good luck to you and your team. Thank you both, gentlemen, and good luck to both of you. We'll be right back with the starting lineups and the first inning of action right after this.
Mark Bachman back at Willow Pass Park in Concord, California for the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of Slow Pitch Softball. Here are the starting lineups for this championship game. For Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California, a season record of 112-12 and so far undefeated in this double elimination World Series tournament. Sponsored by Campbell Strange, managed by Randy Gurrell. Leading off and catching Greg FUHRMAN. Batting second in left center field, Dick BARTEL. Dennis Myers will hit third and play second base. The number 4 hitter is first baseman ELBY BUSHONG. Batting fifth at third base is Jerry King. Richard WILLBORN will hit sixth and play left field. The number 7 hitter is Mike CELLURA in right center field. Denny Jones will hit eighth and play right field. Shortstop Steve Williams will hit ninth. And on the mound for Campbell's is Buddy Slater, who will hit 10th. The Campbell's bat boy is Robert Barracosa. For Dave Carroll Sports of Sherrills-Ford, North Carolina, a season record of 95-24 and a World Series tournament record of 4-1. Sponsored by Dave Carroll, managed by Mike Parrott and Donnie Wood. Leading off in left center field, Joey RABY. Batting second in right field, Bruce Meade. Mike Parrott will hit third and catch. First baseman Mike BOLLEN will hit in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth will be the shortstop Donnie Wood. Third baseman Doug Brown will hit sixth. Batting seventh in right center field, CLYDE Guy. The left fielder, batting eighth, Dirt Brown. Gary Marklin will play second base and hit ninth. And on the mound for Dave Carroll Sports is Russ Monday, who will hit in the 10th spot. The executive director of the USSSA is Mr. Al Ramsey, president Mr. Frank Cha-Cha. Tournament director for this 13th annual USSSA World Series is Mr. Art Cruz of the City of Concord Department of Leisure Services. The teams are now on the field, and we're ready for the first inning of action.
Steve Teixeira, Mark Bachman back with you here, Concord, California, the 1980 USSSA World Series of Softball. Campbell's Carpets and Dave Carroll Sports. And here's the first inning action with Mark Bachman.
Joey RABY, the batter. He's the leadoff man for Dave Carroll Sports. And a fine ball player. He swings and grounds it on one hop. Right back to Buddy Slater. And there's out number 1 here in the top of the first inning. Here he comes, the man they call the Hulk, Bruce Meade.
And they're not booing fans, that's what they say. Bruce Meade, the Hulk, the man who's hit the home runs out of the Houston Astrodome.
Outfield naturally very deep for Bruce. Mike Parrott, the manager, on deck. Slater with the pitch. And it's a strike. 0-1. 0-1 delivery on the way. There's a swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Williams throws to Bushong in time for out number 2. Bruce Meade retired. And here comes Mike Parrott, the first baseman. Buddy Slater, he's known for many antics out there on the mound. And the pitch. It's a strike. Likes to take his time out there. Now he decoys and throws the pitch. It's a swing and a drive to left field. Back forward is WILLBORN near the fence, and he has it. So that retires Dave Carroll Sports. No runs, no hits, no errors. And Campbell's coming to bat.
All right, we're back for the bottom of the first inning in this crucial championship game. As we told you in the pregame, Campbell's has only lost 1 game at Willow Pass Park, their home field, in 3 years. And ironically enough, it was a 1-0 score, if you can believe that, in slow pitch softball. And the team that did it to them was the team that they had beaten in 1978 by the score of 86-12. That was the AFCO team out of Santa Clara, California. So Campbell's has only lost 1 game here in 3 years, and that certainly has to give them an edge being in their home ballpark.
Leadoff batter for Campbell's is Greg FUHRMAN. You don't see many guys at 6'5", 285 leading off in a ball game, do you, Steve?
Well, the strategy on that, Mark, is to put the big men up in the top part of the lineup so that they bat more times during the game.
Sounds like a smart move.
Oh, yes.
Greg takes his time up there. On the mound for Dave Carroll is Russ Mundy. Loosening up the arm a bit. Greg likes to take his time up there. He's known for that. And the pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball into center field for a base hit. So FUHRMAN leads off here in the bottom of the first by singling up the middle, and that'll bring up the number 2 batter, Dick BARTEL, the left center fielder.
Well, we see Campbell's beginning their offense immediately here in the first inning. This has been the trademark of the team all this year, jumping right out to the attack, and this is what they've been doing all during this tournament as well.
There's the pitch. Misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. 1-0 delivery on the way. There's a swing and a line shot off the glove of the shortstop. FUHRMAN quickly hustling into second, sliding. He's safe. Good hustle by the big man. Greg FUHRMAN going in there, brushing off the pan a little bit. So Campbell's has something going here in the bottom of the first. Runners at first and second. That'll bring up the second baseman, Dennis Myers.
Tough play for the shortstop, Donnie Wood, on that one. He had it in his glove. FUHRMAN had to hold up before taking off for second. Play was close, but FUHRMAN slid in safely.
Pitch to Myers is just inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch. Doesn't quite get up to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch. Deep is the call. 3-0. So Russ Mundy is in danger of loading up the bases here. 3-0 delivery. Umpire says it hits the plate, so we have the bases loaded now. Nobody out. And here comes ELBY Boom Boom Bushong, the first baseman.
Just about any one of the team members of Campbell's Carpets able to yank it out on a single pitch. They call it a slammaroo in softball when you crack one over the fence with the bases loaded. So let's see what ELBY can do here against Russ Mundy, the pitcher for Dave Carroll Sports.
Well, he's hit 3 home runs in the World Series already. A blow right now would certainly give Campbell's something to work on. And here's the pitch. And Monday's having trouble getting the ball over the plate. It looks easy, folks, but it's not really that easy. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a shot to third base. On the line, fielded there and caught by third baseman Doug Brown. So that's out number 1. Here comes Jerry King.
Well, that was a big out for Dave Carroll Sports. 1 down now with the bag still loaded.
Jerry King, third baseman, 6'3", 200-pounder. And here's the pitch. Misses for a ball.
There is a 10-foot arc limitation on the ball as it comes in.
There's a swing and a drive out into left field, twisting down the line. Over for it is the left fielder. And I don't believe he got there. No, he didn't make the play on it. So it's just a long strike.
More information on the pitching here in the USSSA. The pitcher's plate, 46 feet. From home plate, the bases, 65 feet apart.
Now the manager, Mike Parrott, he's the player manager, going out to have a word with the pitcher Mundy. Now he's back and they're set. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a pop-up, shortstop. Donnie Wood makes the catch. You can see the effects of that wind on that ball. He started back and had to come in.
Not only the wind, Mark, but the infield still a little moist from the pre-game watering by the grounds crew, and he slipped down a little bit there, but was able to recover and make the catch. So that pop-out leads us to 2 outs, and Campbell's had the bases loaded with no outs, now with 2 outs, and let's see if they can get a run in or whether they'll be held scoreless here. This is a key rally for them to get on the right track if they can get something across the plate.
Well, here's Rich Wilborn, the left fielder. First pitch is driven out into left field. Should have room out there. Dirt Brown up near the fence. He has it to retire Campbell's carpet. So a look at the scoreboard after 1 complete inning of play. 0-0. We'll be back.
It's listed for Steve Teixeira, Mark Bachman back with you, Willow Pass Park in Concord, California. We're in the top of the 2nd inning here with Dave Carroll Sports coming to bat. Buddy Slater is on the mound for Campbell's, a premier pitcher, been all-world, many honors in softball. Fans here locally love to watch him pitch. You got to watch Buddy very carefully, of course, in this game. You can fake it, you can throw it behind your back if necessary. Just about anything could happen from the pitcher spot. And Buddy is the master of that position. And he's been a fine acquisition for Campbell's Carpets for the 1980 season. We've watched him here all tournament, and he's just a real pleasure to watch. So Buddy Slater hurling against Dave Carroll Sports here in the top of the 2nd inning.
Well, here's Mike Bollen to lead it off for Dave Carroll Sports here in the top of the 2nd inning. No score. Here's the pitch. There's a strike, 0-1. 0-1 delivery is deep for a ball, 1-1.
There you get some of the Buddy Slater magic there.
1-1 pitch. Didn't quite get to the plate. 2 balls and a strike. A lot of decoying going on out there by the pitcher, Buddy Slater. And here's the pitch. Missed again with it. 3-1 now to count. Donnie Wood on deck for Dave Carroll. And there's a swing and a pop-up. Shortstop out there is Williams, and he has it for the out. 1 away.
Always a tough play for the shortstop going back, but Steve Williams, a master of the shortstop position. Softball fans will remember Russ Bradley used to be with Campbell's at the shortstop position. Russ with Howard's Western Steer this year, and Steve Williams has come on to the team and done an excellent job at shortstop. Always a key position.
Donnie Wood ready to step into the batter's box here. Donnie's hitting over 500 in the World Series. He's had 3 home runs, knocked in 10 runs, and a fine defensive shortstop as well. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive to left field. Rich Wilborn has it measured, and he makes the play. 2 gone now in the top of the 2nd. That'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Doug Brown.
Well, Dave Carroll trying to reach the fence, but have come up short on several occasions here with fly balls to left field.
Doug Brown, a big power man for Dave Carroll. He swings and drives this one to left field. Wilborn back near the fence, and he has it. That's all for Dave Carroll Sports. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we'll move into the bottom of the 2nd inning with no score.
Back at Willow Pass Park in Concord, California, Campbell's Carpets battling Dave Carroll Sports out of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina for the World Series Championship of the United States Slow Pitch Softball Association. Steve Teixeira and Mark Bachman with you, calling all the action. Some of the fans that are joining us here today, crowd of several thousand, basking in the sun here. Concord, California, at the base of Mount Diablo here. Mount Diablo, an extinct volcano. Of course, California and the West Coast, we have many extinct volcanoes, and now, of course, one live one has joined the crew, Mount St. Helens. But that's pretty far away, so we don't expect to have to deal with that situation today. And here we go now with Campbell's in the bottom of the 2nd.
Mike CELLURA leading it off here for the Carpetmen, as they're called here in Concord. And here's the first pitch to Mike. Misses for a ball. Mike has belted 2 home runs in the World Series. Next pitch misses also. And here's the delivery. That got the corner. 2-1 the count. Two-1 pitch on the way. Misses for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a line drive into left field for a base hit. So Mike CELLURA starts Campbell's off here in the bottom of the 2nd inning by lining a sharp single into left field. And that brings up Denny Jones, a big favorite here in Concord.
Well, Denny's one of the most class persons in the game, a real gentleman on and off the field, and a pleasure to know and be associated with. Denny Jones of Campbell's Carpets, playing right field in today's ball game. Plenty of power with Denny, too.
Well, he hit 277 home runs 2 years ago. There's a strike. That's in 1 season now for you sports fans out there who don't know a lot of these things. There's a swing and a grounder to shortstop. Over to second for 1. On over to first, not in time. Denny Jones showing that hustle, going head first, beating the throw. That's the type of ball that Denny Jones plays.
That's right. He has slid into first several times, and we're going to see that on the instant replay. A fine play by the shortstop to get the first man out, but just great hustle by Denny Jones, sliding there into first, beating the throw from the second baseman. Good hustle by Denny Jones.
Here's Steve Williams now. He's the shortstop. Jones at first base. Of course, you can't lead in softball until the ball crosses the plate. Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
Russ Mundy attempting a deception pitch on that one.
Next delivery is short. Mundy set, hesitates and throws, and he gets another strike. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a long drive to deep left field, way back, and it's off the top of the wall. Coming on over to third base is Jones, and on at second now with the double is the shortstop, Steve Williams.
Dirk Brown and Joey Raby, that was in between them. They both seemed to have a line on it, but could not get to the ball. It bounced off the fence, and they had to retrain it. So a great hit there by Williams, and you see he has the big lift off of the front leg when he goes into the ball, and a fine hit there puts runners on second and third for Campbell's Carpets.
Here's Buddy Slater now. Doesn't look like much of a big guy, and he's not at 5'10", 165, but he's one of the leading hitters in this tournament. 10 for 14, including 5 straight hits the other night.
Yeah, he's really great on the bases and at bat. He's an all-around great player.
Misses again now, and Mundy a little bit disappointed with himself. And here's the pitch. There's a strike. Next delivery on the way. There's a swing, a line drive into left field. It's a base hit. Jones scores. Williams stops at third. So Buddy Slater has continued his hitting prowess here in this World Series. On again, knocking in runs, pitching excellent ball. Just a fine athlete all the way around.
And a good showman, too. Pitcher is part of the show in softball. The leading man there, and the crowd's eyes on the pitching plate. So a great effort from Buddy Slater has really done well for Campbell's in this tournament.
Well, here's Greg Furman now. And the pitch. There's a swing and a shot into left field. That's the base hit. Off the glove of the left fielder, Dirk Brown. Williams scores. And the throw to third is not in time. Scoring right behind Jones on the play. There you see Furman at third base. Buddy Slater scoring all the way that time from first base. So Campbell's has taken the lead here by the score of 3-0.
Well, the Campbell's people starting to unload again. They had a rally going in the first inning, were unable to make anything of it, but now they've got something going. They've got runs on the board, and they're establishing themselves as the team to beat.
Dick Bartel, the batter, takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Next delivery on the way. There's a swing and a towering drive to left field. Dirt Brown is back there near the fence. Leaps, and he has it. Coming in to score, though, on the play is FUHRMAN, tagging on the long fly. A sacrifice fly by Bartel. And Campbell's Carpets has added another run. They lead now 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Well, a fine catch by Dirt Brown, really measuring himself against the wall there in left field. A very tricky wall with this wind, but a fine catch. But it's a long sacrifice fly, and Campbell's does have another run.
Here's Dennis Myers. He walked back in the first inning.
Mad Dog Myers, they call him.
And here's the pitch, inside and high for a ball. 1-0 delivery. There's another drive to left field. Dirt Brown over there in the corner, and he can't quite get it. Just evades his glove. He tried to leap up over the fence for it. So it's a long strike for Dennis Myers. On deck for Campbell's is ELBY BUSHONG, the first baseman.
You see, these outfielders here have to learn to run the obstacle course before they can join one of these teams so that they can be proficient in climbing fences. You'll see the left fielders and the other outfielders for both teams spending a lot of time hanging off the chain link out there.
Mundy taking his time, and the pitch. Deep is the call.
Yeah, the umpire touches his shoulders. That's the deep call. That's John Wagenman of Smithtown, New York, behind home plate. Down at first base, we have Larry Fulgham from Wilson, North Carolina. We'll get to the other umpires in a moment.
2-1 the count. And the 2-1 delivery. Misses again. 3 balls and a strike. There's a swing and a drive to left field. This one's hit pretty well. Back forward is Brown. The left center fielder's there, and they watch it as it clears the fence some 320 feet away, and Dennis Myers has homered to extend the lead now to 5-0 in favor of Campbell's Carpets.
They're going to be tough to overcome, Mark. As we said, this is their home park. A large part of the crowd here today is Campbell's fans, and they have just had a tremendous year, winning 2 legs of the coveted Triple Crown of softball. If they win today, they will be the first team in softball history to win both the ASA, the USSSA, and the National Slow Pitch Conference title. So quite a story here in softball today.
First pitch to ELBY is deep for a ball. And the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Jerry King on deck for Campbell's. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing. Another drive. This one I don't think is going to make it out, but wait a minute. It carries and it does go out. Home run for ELBY Boom Boom Bushong, and the crowd loves every minute of it. Hometown crowd looks to be about 6,000 to 7,000 folks on hand here.
We're going to see the replay of the home run again. As you can see him grunt as he swings. It was kind of a low pitch. Didn't look like it was going to go over, but yes, indeed it did, as the Dave Carroll Sports outfielders watch it drop over the fence. So Campbell's really putting on a power display here, and it's going to be up to Dave Carroll to get themselves back in this game when they come to bat.
Well, it's 6-0 now, back-to-back home runs. First it was Dennis Myers, and then ELBY Bushong finding the bleachers out there beyond the left field fence.
Got to be a little frustrating for Russ Mundy on the pitcher's plate.
And the pitch. He missed with that one. Next delivery is in there for a strike. Russ Mundy going through lots of different antics. Now the
umpire calls time. We will complete the umpires in the infield. It's Willie Davison of Sparks, Nevada at second base, and at third base, Bob Martin. or Morton, excuse me, of Amarillo, Texas.
That pitch misses there.
Down the left field line, we have Clyde Bennett of Santa Barbara, California. And the right field line, John McKinley of Concord, California. And there's a walk, Mark.
Jerry King has drawn the walk. That brings up Rich WILLBORN. He's the 10th man to bat in the inning. Campbell's, of course, has scored 6 times. They lead 6-0 here in the final game of the 1980 USSSA World Series. And here's the pitch. That's a strike. 0-1 delivery on the way.
Strike 2.
And strike 2 is called. A little bit of a disagreement there with the call, but that's why the umpires are out here, Steve.
That's right. They're doing a fine job.
There's a swing and a pop-up, and it'll be back out of play, back into the stands there.
A little collision there. The third baseman running into the third base umpire, Bob Morton. They're using 6 umpires for every game in this tournament. The umpire-in-chief for the USSSA is Mr. Floyd Salter out of Rochester, New York. He's controlling the crews and making the assignments. Sharp uniforms the umpires have here in the USSSA. Very well trained, very disciplined, doing a fine job.
There's a swing and a long drive, left field, back to the fence, and there is Dirt Brown to make the play. A long drive, but caught at the fence to retire Campbell's, but not before they come up with 6 big runs. Couple home runs there. It's 6-0. We'll be back.
Coming up with Dave Carroll now, and they've got to make their move here. 7 innings, the regulation game in softball, so they have to make their move here to get back in this contest and start to challenge Campbell's. But Campbell's, with their awesome hitting display, has jumped out here early in the game to be on top in front of their hometown crowd. Mark?
Clyde Guy to lead it off for Dave Carroll Sports. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. Buddy Slater out there on the mound for the Carpetmen, Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California. Here's the pitch. 3-0 now the count. And walking to lead off the top of the 3rd inning is Clyde Guy. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Dirt Brown, they call him.
Well, Dirt has certainly seen a lot of action. Campbell's is going almost exclusively to left field in this contest. They do have the ability to go to right, but they've been going mostly to Dirt out and left.
First pitch is a ball to Dirt Brown. Next delivery on the way. That's a strike. 1-1 the count. And the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 called.
Boy, there's a little of that Buddy Slater magic. He really has a deceptive style.
Next pitch. There's a swing and a line drive. Foul down the left field line.
Our program is brought to you in part today by Dudley Sports. Whether you play softball or baseball, Dudley makes a product to fit your needs, from the SB12L softball to the LL801 Little League approved baseball. Dudley gives you the quality, consistency, and durability you deserve. There's only one Dudley and only one SB12L softball. When you play the game, remember the name Dudley Sports.
Okay, we're set here with Dirt Brown, 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. That'll be foul back right in back of us here, Steve.
Did you bring your mitt, Mark?
No, I didn't bring my mitt. I would if I was sitting out there in left field, though. You can bet on that. Catch me at Dudley.
That's right.
Dirt Brown has been quartered out, struck out, having fouled. We look now at the second baseman, Gary Martin.
Well, that's the first time in the World Series that I've seen the foul ball rule come into effect. Of course, in slow pitch softball, if you hit 3 balls foul, then you're out after the second strike. There's a swing and a grounder off the glove of the third baseman, Jerry King. Moving over to third on the play and over now at second. So we have runners at second and third. Clyde Guy is at third base. At second base is Dirk Brown. It'll be an error on the third baseman, Jerry King.
Brown was struck out.
Now, that's not Dirk Brown at second base. He fouled out.
That's right, that's right. We'll get it together, folks.
Well, it is an interesting rule. As we said, if you have 2 strikes on you and then proceed to foul off 3 pitches in a row, you're automatically out. So Dirk Brown was out on the foul rule.
Gary Marklin is the player at second base. First pitch to the pitcher, Russ Mundy, is a strike. Next delivery on the way. There's a swing and a drive into center field, hanging up, but not enough for the center fielder, or right center fielder, CELLURA, to make the play. Coming in to score for Dave Carroll Sports is Clyde Guy. It's now a 6-1 ball game in favor of Campbell's Carpets.
Well, this is what Dave Carroll needs. They need to establish their hitting game and get on track. They're a power club, and they just need to get a few runs on the board to give them the confidence they need to strike back. Many good hitters on the club. Of course, Bruce Meade, the most renowned softball player in slow pitch today. As we mentioned, he's hit home runs out of the Houston Astrodome into places where even the baseball players can't hit them.
Here's Joey Raby now. He's the leadoff batter. He takes a call strike, 0-1. Runners at first and second. 1 away.
Next is Cruz.
And the pitch. That one was deep. And the next delivery hits the plate. 3-1 the count now. 3-1 pitch. There's a strike. Full count now. Buddy Slater delivers. There's a swing and a long drive. Left field, way back. Bartel at the fence. He makes the catch. Tagging, though, moving up on the play. Now the ball gets away there, but not too far. Tagging and moving up on the play. From second to third goes Gary Marklin. And Russ Mundy moves up to second on the long fly. With the bases just 65 feet away, you'll see the runners tag up on those long drives. Try to advance around the bases and try to get across the plate. Here's a guy that's driven a few people across the plate, Bruce Meade. Grounded to shortstop his last at bat.
He's due, Mark. He's due to crash one, and when the ball flies out after leaping off the bat of Bruce Meade, it's no longer a spherical object.
Yeah, he can really bash a ball, Steve. I'll tell you, he's hit some of the longest home runs in the World Series here, and probably some of the longest ones on record. They've measured some of them at close to 500 feet. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Buddy Slater kind of staring in. Now he pitches it. And he misses with it.
Good eye by Bruce. The ball inside.
Next pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball. Right back to Buddy Slater. He flips it over to the first baseman, BUSHONG. And that's all for Dave Carroll Sports here in the top of the third inning. They got 1 run, and they leave 2 men on base. A look at the scoreboard moving into the bottom of the third shows Campbell's Carpets 6 and Dave Carroll Sports 1.
Willow Pass Park, the scene. The event, the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of Amateur Slow Pitch Softball. The score 6-1 in favor of Campbell's Carpets. They're at the bat, and here's big Mike CELLURA. Mark.
Mike CELLURA to lead it off. He started Campbell's off last inning on a 6-run rally inning by singling. He's up here again. And the pitch. Missed with it inside. Next delivery on the way. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, I love watching these pitchers. They have some great fakes.
And the pitch. He missed with it.
Of course, you have to be careful that you don't fake so much as to lose control. That's the key part of being able to pitch well.
Next pitch on the way. There's a swing and a fly ball left field. Dirk Brown underneath it, and he has it. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
So Dirt Brown continues to be the most active defensive player for Dave Carroll Sports. As we mentioned, Campbell's almost exclusively going to the left field area. But they are spray hitters when the need arises, and they can bat the ball around the park. A lot of room here at Willow Pass Park. The fences are 300 feet all the way around. So plenty of room for a good hitter to poke it where he wishes. And here's one of those good hitters right now, Denny Jones.
And the first pitch to Denny is a strike. 5'11", 200 pounds is Denny Jones, the right fielder. He made a play earlier in this World Series. Fine play running into the alley in right center. Made a diving catch and collided with Tom Sandow out there, but hung on to the ball. Russ Mundy delivers. There's a swing and a fly ball left field. Dirt Brown is waiting underneath this one, and he has it for out number 2.
So perhaps we should change the name of Dave Carroll Sports to Dirt Brown, as Dirt is really getting a lot of action out there in left. The Campbell's men on the power swings coming up just shy of the fence.
Well, that's the 5th ball that Dirt has caught out there. I don't know what the record is, but it's only the 3rd inning, and he's caught 5 flies. First pitch to Steve Williams is a strike. Steve doubled back in the 2nd inning, scored a run. That one doesn't quite get there. Next pitch. Strike 2 called.
There you see again Steve's famous batting stance. He lifts that front leg up several feet sometimes to really get the whip on the bat as he swings.
That's right. There's a lot of strategy and a science behind this game of slow pitch softball. A lot of people get their swings in during the week, but these folks out here playing in this World Series, they have really got it down, Steve.
And there's a lot of individual styles, too, which makes it interesting for the fans.
There's a swing and a line drive, base hit to left field. Left center fielder Joey Raby up with it, firing it in. And on at first base is Steve Williams. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game.
In the background, you hear the voice of Ray Mulphy, the voice of softball. This is Ray's 4th World Series for the USSSA, calling the PA of all the games here in the tournament. And there's some of the outfield area. The park crew here at Willow Pass Park doing a fine job.
Buddy Slater swings, grounds one into left field for a base hit. Moving over to third, here comes the throw, and sliding safely head first. On the play is Steve Williams. Moving to second on the play is Buddy Slater.
So again, the lower part of the order for Campbell's coming through with a lot of base hits and RBIs. Buddy Slater, I can't believe it, Mark. He's a great hitter. And for a little guy in this big man's game, this proves that you don't really have to be the size of Bruce Meade to be able to get those hits.
Well, he certainly is proving it. He's came into this game 10 for 14. He's 2 for 2 now. So he is 12 for 16. Not a bad World Series.
Certainly been a great find for this Campbell's team as they picked him up for the 1980 season. A great pitcher and a super player.
Well, he's made All-World the last 2 years, and you've got to be doing something right to do that. Here's Greg Furman, the catcher. 2 for 2. He singled and doubled. And here's the pitch. That's inside for a ball. And the next delivery on the way. There's a swing and a ground ball. Base hit up the middle. 1 run scores. Here comes Buddy Slater around. He'll score. And 2 more runs come in for Campbell's Carpets. Upping the lead now to 8-1. The 3rd hit for the big man, Greg Furman.
Well, in a battle like this, Mark, you've got to hang in there. Dave Carroll Sports having a bit of trouble here as Campbell's getting to them with base hits, with the long ball, with a lot of finesse. And Dave Carroll, they've played several games today already. They may be a bit tired here, but of course they do have the ability to come back and score a lot of runs in 1 inning. That's what they're going to have to do to reassert themselves here against Campbell's.
That's right. As a matter of fact, they were on the upper score of a rally there. The game prior to this one, they were leading by about 10 runs going to the last inning and won by 1.
The old adage, you never have enough runs.
Dick Bartel drives one left field. This one's got a charge in it. Goodbye, home run for Dick Bartel. A 2-run blast, looked to go about 335 feet. And Campbell's Carpets now leads in the ball game by the score of 10-1.
Well, the Campbell's fans and team are jubilated, and oh, there it is. What a swing. You see him snap those wrists, and there goes the ball. As Mark said, had a charge in it, went about 330 feet, bounced off something over the fence for another home run, and Campbell's is just not to be stopped here. They want this Triple Crown of softball. They feel they deserve it. This is their hometown crowd, and they're not going to be denied here unless Dave Carroll can mount something of their own. Campbell's is in the driver's seat.
Here's Dennis Myers, and he homered his last at bat. Takes this one inside for a ball. Next pitch. Not good. Another ball, now a quick pitch. And it's 3-0 to Dennis Myers. 3-0 pitch. There's a strike. Next delivery, another drive, left field, back for it, and leaping to make the catch is Dirk Brown. A fine running catch by the left fielder to rob Dennis Myers of what looked like extra bases, but Campbell's does come up with 4 more big runs. And they lead now 10-1. There's the catch again.
Oh, excellent catch by Dirk Brown, almost falling down, but a fine play, and he's been handling a lot of those drives to left. So, we're here from Willow Pass Park in Concord, California, and we'll be back with more softball after this. There you see some of the fans out there in center field that are laying on the ground looking beneath the red, white, and blue bunting that they have on the fences. Some of the fans enjoying the game here at Willow Pass Park in Concord, California. There's a future softball slugger with his mini souvenir bat. Of course, the many concession stands and refreshment stands here at Willow Pass Park. A fine tournament. Art Cruz is the man responsible for putting everything together here in Concord. Art is with the City Department of Leisure Services, the tournament director for this 1980 World Series. This telecast of World Series softball is being brought to you under authority granted by the United States Slow Pitch Softball Association. Any republication, rebroadcast, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the express written consent of the USSSA is prohibited, and we're glad that you could join us here for the championship softball action from this World Series tournament. Mark?
Mike Parrott to lead it off here for the Dave Carroll Sports Club, trailing in the ball game by the score of 10-1. Buddy Slater looking in, and now he pitches it. And it's inside for a ball. Next delivery on the way. There's a drive. Forget that one.
Oh, yeah.
Tape measure shot way out of here. A couple of fans beyond the fence there try to make a leaping grab of it. But it's a home run for Mike Parrott. Here he comes, trotting around second on his way now towards home plate. Team members there to congratulate Mike. And it's a 10-2 game.
There's Buddy's pitch, and Mike's swing, and it's gone from the word go as it sails a good 60 feet over the fence there, Mark. Campbell's team members just glancing back, but unfortunately for Dave Carroll, there was no one on base to add to the score there. So it's only a solo blast, and it's now 10-2.
But a fine way to start the inning off for Dave Carroll Sports. Here's the pitch. It's a strike to Mike Bollen. He's the first sacker. Next delivery on the way. Just missed for a ball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. There's another drive, left field. This one's back there, and they won't get that one either. Home run for Mike Bollen. Back-to-back home runs now, cutting the lead to 10-3 in favor of Campbell's Carpets. But this game is not even close to being over.
No, and this is exactly what Dave Carroll needs to do here, Mark. They need to assert themselves, and let's check that one out again on the replay. You see the pitch, another power swing. Bollen just pops it over the fence, and WILLBORN is there to watch it sail into the crowd section. But this is what Dave Carroll can do to you, and Buddy's going to have to bear down here and keep from throwing that home run ball.
Donnie Wood, the batter, fly to left field his last at-bat. Strike two called. Doug Brown on deck for Dave Carroll. And the two-strike delivery on the way. There's a swing, another drive left field. This one is twisting foul out of play. And it's a good thing that was foul because that one left the ballpark.
Well, it's getting a little cooler here now, and perhaps Dave Carroll, weary from a long day, are starting to get their second win.
Here's the pitch. There's another drive left field. This one's dropping quickly, but there and under it is the left fielder, Rich Wilborn, to make the play. One away.
So this game has featured mostly left field action, Mark. Very unusual. There was a lot of hitting to right field when the wind was blowing in stiffly over the last several days. Here, where the wind is not that stiff, people are shooting for the left field area.
Here's Doug Brown now. He's the third baseman. He flied to left field his last at bat. And here's the pitch. That's a strike.
Come on, Woody, come on now.
Next delivery, here's the pitch. Short. I'll tell you, it's tough to call, but he's Slater's pitch.
You don't know when he's going to throw it.
There's a swing and a line drive into right center field. Mike CELLURA is there to put the ball away. Two down now. Clyde Guy, the batter. Clyde is 7 for 17 in the World Series. He's hit a home run, knocked in a couple of runs. And the pitch. He missed with it. Next delivery on the way. And it's 2-0 to Clyde Guy. 3-0 now. 3-0 pitch. And he walks him. So Clyde Guy walks. And here's Dirk Brown. He fouled out his last at-bat on the foul ball rule. Can't hit too many foul balls, of course. Expensive balls, I guess? Or
well, they're not just expensive, but that's part of the rule to keep the game moving along in softball. It's an action-packed, fast game.
Here's a swing and a drive out into left field. Back for it. At the fence, Wilborn has it. That's all for Dave Carroll Sports. But they do come up with 2 runs on the home runs by Mike Parrott and Mike Bollen. And after 2.5 innings of play, or excuse me, what do we have? 3.5 innings. It's 10-3 in favor of Campbell's Carpet.
Our program is being brought to you in part by Dudley Sports here today at Concord, California. Dudleys are the maker of the SB12L softball, America's #1 choice. The softball that outsells all the competition combined. Selected for official use in more world-class tournaments than any other ball. Don't just ask for Dudley, demand it. Dudley Sports out of Dublin, Pennsylvania.
All right, Steve, to share Mark Bachman here at Willow Pass Park. And we're set to begin the bottom of the 4th inning. Campbell's leading 10-3. And the leadoff batter here is ELBY BUSHONG. He is the first baseman and hit a home run his last time. Swings at the first pitch and lines it off the third baseman's glove. The throw is not in time. Good speed there by the big man, ELBY BUSHONG, beating out the, I guess they'll have to rule it a base hit.
Well, we'll check it out on the replay, Mark. A hard smash off the shin bone of Doug Brown there at third. That will process. Are they calling it a hit?
I believe so.
Ah, tough shot.
Jerry King swings, grounds one into right field for a base hit. Bushong rounding second on his way to third. The throw will come into second base. A base hit by Jerry King. And there may be an injury there that's at third base. ELBY BUSHONG.
It looked like he came in limping into third. He was hustling. As you see, Campbell's is automatically considering taking that extra base every time they get a chance. Good hustling, but he seemed to pull up lame, but apparently is all right and will continue.
Here's Rich Wilborn. He's flied to left field twice. And the first pitch is a strike.
That was one of the only right field hits we have had in the game by Jerry King. That's my spot, Mark. Right field. I love that spot.
Next pitch on the way. 2-1 now to count to Rich Wilborn. And the next delivery. There's a line shot base hit into left field. Coming in to score on the play is BUSHONG. The throw goes to the shortstop. Moving to second on the play is Wilborn. So the run comes in, and now 11-3 ball game. On at second base is, or on at third base is Jerry King. And at second is Rich Wilborn.
That was Campbell's coach, Ed Manassi, out there congratulating Wilborn on his hit, picking up his hat for him. Good coaches on the bags are a key part of the success for Campbell's Carpets.
Mike CELLURA takes the first pitch, and it's 1-0. 1-0 delivery. There's a strike. Russ Mundy delivers the ball, and it's short for a ball. And the pitch. 3-1 now the count. So Russ Mundy is in danger of loading the bases up here with nobody out. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And he walks Mike CELLURA here. So the bases are loaded, and here comes Denny Jones to the plate.
Well, Denny has a chance to cash in here with the bases jammed. Doesn't have a hit in this contest, but is one of the leading hitters on the ball club. And this shows you the kind of strength that Campbell's have. Denny has no hits, but they're still ahead 11-3. .1980 USSSA softball coming to you here on the USSSA television network.
First pitch to Denny Jones is a strike. Next delivery is up high for a ball. 1-1 the count now. A foot on every base here at Willow Pass Park in Concord, California. Set to head through the barn if Denny Jones can connect. And here's the pitch. That's deep again.
Good eye by Denny that time. Watched it all the way in.
Here's the pitch. Strike 2 called.
Denny steps out for a moment to regain his concentration. Now he's back in. Bases jammed. Russ Mundy on the mound for Dave Carroll.
2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive to left field. Dirk Brown is over there back near the warning track to make the catch. And the runners all tag up and move along. Coming in to score on the play is Jerry King. Now 12-3 in favor of Campbell's Carpets. Rich Wilborn moves over to third. And now on at second base is Mike CELLURA. So we now have runners at second and third. And here's Steve Williams.
Steve with the hot bat today, 2 for 2. You saw a shot of the Campbell's dugout along the first base side. They're obviously happy about their lead.
And the pitch is a ball to Steve. 2 for 2 during the game. And there's a strike. Next pitch. It's the plate. And drawing the walk there is Steve Williams. So we have the bases loaded again. Kind of an interesting way that he gets up there. Gets that big high kick.
Well, I like to see that. The individual styles are part of the game of softball, and he certainly has made good use out of that technique. It's not the best for everyone, perhaps, but he knows how to do it properly. A fine hitter for Campbell's. and a great shortstop. And now here he is, Mr. Magic, Buddy Slater, also 2 for 2.
Here's the pitch. Buddy swings line drive, great catch. And the throw to the plate now is good on WILLBORN, so let's have to find out what they ruled. I believe they ruled that the third baseman there caught the ball.
Well, let's check it out again, Mark. The third baseman had it, then fell to the ground and dropped it. And we won't have that, but what happened there, Doug Brown had the ball. It fell out of his mitt. But they're going to rule it a hit and not an out on the line drive, but an out at the plate. WILLBORN, here we come again now. There's 2 outs. And you see him falling down the glove. The ball gets out of the glove. The throw comes into the plate. WILLBORN out at the plate on a nice tag by Mike Parrott, the player manager. So there is an out on the play, 2 outs, base is still loaded, and here comes the Bull, Greg FUHRMAN. 3 singles for the Bull.
Right, he has a chance now to just about bury Dave Carroll Sports if he can connect. But he's actually gone more for the base hits. You know, he had the earlier wind at the beginning of this World Series, so that not that many balls were going out. But he certainly has the power to. Here's the pitch.
I think he'll be looking for that ball, Mark, right now.
Inside 2-0 now.
Russ Mundy trying to pitch rapidly, but there's a strike. And home plate umpire John Wagenman calls time for Greg to step out and adjust the batting glove. Give Russ Mundy a little time to think about it. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The Bull at the plate, looking for that fat one to come in.
And here's the pitch. 3-1 now. Russ Mundy having trouble finding the strike zone. 3-1 pitch. Full count now. And here's the payoff pitch. There's a swing, a line drive, base hit to center field. Coming around and stopping at third base, and it's a good thing that he did stop. What a throw there by the center fielder there. That's Clyde Guy. 1 run comes in to score, though. Rich WILLBORN. Or pardon me. It's that Rich WILLBORN that scored there, Steve? I don't believe it was. I believe it was CELLURA that came in.
Fine throw by Clyde Guy. He has a great arm out there for Dave Carroll Sports. Really whipped that one in, holding Campbell's to 1 run on that base hit.
Well, there's Dick Bartel, the man they call the Rocket Man. Bases are still loaded. There's the fake behind the back, and there's a drive to left field. Back forward is the left fielder, Brown, and he has it. That'll retire Campbell's Carpets. They score 3 runs, though, extending their lead now to 13-3.
All right, we're back for the top of the 5th inning here in this World Championship game between Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California, and Dave Carroll Sports out of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. Campbell's on top, 13-3. This is an event that's an annual event of the United States Slow Pitch Softball Association, a governing body of slow pitch in the United States, devoted exclusively to the slow pitch game. The organization was begun in 1968. This is the 13th World Series that they have held, and the first time it has been held here in California. So we welcome them to California, and we hope that many more of the USSSA tournaments and world title games will be held here on the West Coast.
Turt Brown leading it off here for Dave Carroll Sports. Buddy Slater delivers the ball, and it's high.
Well, this will be a great inning for a Dave Carroll rally, don't you think?
Well, they don't have many innings left, so they're going to have to start something here if they expect to stay in this ball game. There's a swing and a line drive back to Buddy Slater. Made it look routine. That's 1 away.
Outstanding grab by Buddy Slater. We've talked about him during the game. A fine pitcher, a good hitter, and there you see some of his defensive abilities. We'll take another look at it. The ball was crashed right off the bat. Buddy zipping the mid over, great instinct, and makes the play. Buddy Slater.
Here's Gary Markland now. He's the second baseman.
I think this is
the next pitch.
This is Russ Mundy up there, Mark. Number 22, the pitcher for Dave Carroll.
Is that who that is? There's a swing and a pop-up. They're going to let it drop foul.
Well, that's something you don't see. Russ took quite a cut at that, but chip-shotted it out in front of the plate. Campbell's wisely letting it drift foul. Russ has had kind of a frustrating day. We'll see that swing again by Russ. As you can see, he tried to get down on it and golf it, but just kind of chipped it up. There he goes, there he swings, and just kind of gets it off the end of the bat. Good reflex action by Buddy Slater and Greg FUHRMAN, and they wisely let it go foul.
And that pitch is deep to Russ Mundy. He's the pitcher. Next delivery, there's a swing and a shot. Stopped by Williams, thrown on over to first, not in time. And first baseman there, ELBY Bushong doesn't like the call, but safe at first base is Russ Mundy.
On the replay, we see the action at shortstop. Williams dives for it, almost gets it, and then has the ball trickle out of his glove. Picks it up, whips it over there, kind of a low throw to first, but the runner passed the bag, obviously, and safe.
Well, here's the leadoff man now, Joey RABY. 0 for 2 on the game so far.
Well, that's not too good for a leadoff man. Joey's a better hitter than that, though.
Here's a strike. Buddy Slater delivers the ball. There's a swing and a drive to left center field. Back for it is CELLURA near the warning track, makes the catch. Tagging and moving up to second on the play is Mundy. So that's 2 down now.
Well, here comes Bruce Meade. He's been rather quiet at the bat today, unusual for Bruce. But they call him the single greatest attraction in slow-pitch softball today, among the legends of the game, along with Don Arndt, Stan Harvey, many of the other players of this game, known for their prowess over years and years of playing slow-pitch softball. Let's see what Bruce can do.
Here's the pitch to Bruce. That's deep for a ball.
He's due to crash one.
Well, he's hit 6 already in the World Series, so let's find out. There's a swing and a line drive, left field, way back. Holy mackerel, what a catch by Rich WILLBORN. He scaled that left field fence, the crowd giving him a standing ovation. What a play.
Outstanding grab by WILLBORN. He just went up on the fence and had that ball. And here's the replay. Bruce got all of that one, but did not get it up too high. It was a line shot. You see WILLBORN going back. Great catch. Absolutely fantastic, and a fine return to earth after grabbing that ball. Sensational catch to end the inning, and the fans love it here in Concord, California. And it's 13-3 now as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back. The crowd still buzzing after that sensational catch by Mr. WILLBORN for Campbell's out in left field, and we'll have another look at it for you. Off the bat of Bruce the Hulk Meade, and WILLBORN just pegs it perfectly. A great timing skill that he utilized there to go up at the proper time on the fence and pick that one off. Great catch.
And Russ Mundy had it slip out of his hand on that one.
Jocularity on the infield.
Dennis Myers leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Campbell's Carpets leading Dave Carroll Sports 13-3 here in the final game of the 1980 USSSA World Series. There's a swing and a drive to left field. Dirk Brown is back for it, near the fence, leaps, and he did not get that one. He tried to make an instant replay there of the catch that Rich WILLBORN just made, but he couldn't do it. Heck of a try, though. Home run for Dennis Myers, his second home run of the game.
All right, we have the attempted catch here, and Dirt Brown, who's had a lot of action today, goes up, tries to time it, but it's just out of the reach of his glove. A fine effort, though, and he really banged himself against the fence rather hard, but he appears to be all right out in left field. So another home run for Campbell's. They now lead 14-3, and here's big ELBY Bushong, the first baseman for the Carpetmen.
Well, ELBY has found the other side of the left field fence here today. Let's see what he can do now.
Well, left field has certainly proved to be the action spot for both teams today.
Well, that ball that Bruce Meade hit was a line drive. There's a drive, left field, and it is a foul ball.
Once again, we'd like to extend our congratulations to the park maintenance crew here at Willow Pass Park. Mickey Himsel, the head man, his crew has done an outstanding job preparing this already beautiful field and making it more beautiful for this fine World Series event.
There's a swing and a long drive, and that one is way out of here. Home run for ELBY Bushong, his second home run of the game. Back-to-back home runs now here to lead off the bottom of the fifth, and the score is now 15-3 in favor of Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California.
All right, checking out the swing technique, and you could see he grunts. You could see his mouth fly open there as he swings at the ball, gives it the big grunt, and away it goes over the fence. This Campbell's team really asserting themselves towards the third and final championship of their Triple Crown here if they hang on to win. Quite an accomplishment. The first time in softball history any team would win all three national titles.
Jerry King now. He's 1 for 2. He singled and walked in this ball game.
Shadows of evening starting to creep across the field here. Nobody has left, however.
Next pitch on the way. There's a drive left field. That's foul down the left field line.
So you television viewers should be quite familiar with the left field area of Willow Pass Park, as we've had occasion to glance down the line there many a time.
And here's the next pitch to Jerry King. Just missed with that one. Full count now. And the next pitch. And that's deep for a ball. So Jerry King walks.
And here's the robber hits the water man, Richard Wilborn.
And a fine hand for Richard Wilborn as he comes up to the plate. After a sparkling defensive play last inning, he's 0 for 3, but he's picked up for it in the field.
Like CELLURA is on that.
And here's the pitch to Rich. There's a swing and a drive into left field. That's a base hit.
Gets Jerry King on the second.
Jerry King stops at second. Runners at first and second now.
And here is Mike CELLURA to be followed by Donnie Jones.
No outs. Campbell's has scored 2 runs, back-to-back home runs to start here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And oddly enough, Steve, Dennis Myers and ELBY Bushong, who have hit the 2 home runs this inning, hit back-to-back home runs back in the 2nd inning.
A great fearsome duo for Campbell's. There's no doubt about that. The Mad Dog is playing a fine game.
There's a swing and a long drive. Left field, Dirt Brown goes back to the fence, leaps and watches it go over the fence. A 3-run homer for Campbell's Carpets. Mike CELLURA.
All right, the
Campbell's Carpets is really pouring it on here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
The spectators are having a fine time here, enjoying the Campbell's prowess at the bat, and there you see another great swing. And you future softballers that are out there, take note. There's Coach Ed Manossi cheering the ball over the fence. Dirt Brown up on the chain link there, but he's helpless to do anything about it, and Campbell's is just really having a field day here at their hometown park.
Denny Jones, the batter. You'd never know, I suppose, if Denny wasn't wearing a uniform, that he was an outstanding athlete, but he's one of the best.
Yeah, Denny is just my idea of the all-around man, a fine gentleman on and off the field, as are many of these players on both teams. Just great people to know. It's just a wonderful game, and it's a privilege for us to be associated with it and the USSSA.
Here's the first pitch to Denny. This is outside for a ball. 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. 1-1. I'm sure Denny would like to get into the home run act here. There's a swing and a fly ball left field. Kurt Brown is there, waits for it, and he has it. That's the first out of the inning, though. All 5 previous batters have scored runs, 3 of them who hit home runs. Dennis Myers, ELBY Bushong, and Mike CELLURA. But that one didn't leave the ballpark. It was headed out that way, but Dirk Brown was there to pull it in. Steve Williams now, 2 for 2. He walked once, scored 2 times. First pitch to Steve is a ball, 1-0.
Watch for that lifting leg. There it is.
And the next pitch. 3-1 now the count. 3-1 delivery.
As we flashed a moment ago on the screen, you see Mike Parrott is taking over the pitching duties for Dave Carroll, coming out of behind the plate. Versatile athlete, fine player for Dave Carroll Sports out of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina.
Oh, and he just missed on that ball.
Mike is handling the coaching duties for the team along with Donnie Woods. Mr. Dave Carroll, the sponsor and head man of Dave Carroll Sports, unable to make it to the tournament here on the West Coast. But we congratulate him for having an outstanding club for the 1980 season.
Well, here's Buddy Slater. He's been on 3 times, scored 2 runs. There's a swing and a ground ball, third base. Nice play. Over to first, double play.
Oh, yeah,
that was a fine play by the third baseman, Doug Brown. He flips it over to second base for the force out.
Here it is before we go to our break, a replay of that double play. Buddy Slater hitting it to shortstop, or excuse me, third base, but Doug Brown, an excellent grab, a good flip, and a good play from second to first to make the double play. So the action continuing here in Concord, California, the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of slow pitch softball. Campbell's Carpets out in front, 18-3. And we'll be right back with more after this. Well, Mark, we're at the 6th inning mark here in the 1980 USSSA World Series. Dave Carroll's Mike Parrott coming to bat. He has a home run in this game. Let's see what he could do. Dave, of course, Dave Carroll Sports have to get something going as we're coming down towards the end of this game.
Here's a drive. Forget it, Steve.
Oh,
way out of here.
they got to give the guy a hand. That's outstanding. What a power swing Mike has. And even though Dave Carroll is on the short end of the stick, they're a quality ball club, and they'll keep swinging right down to the end. As the team comes out to congratulate him, Mike hits the plate. And a fine swing. I don't know, some of the fans are booing. I don't know why. But now here's Mike Bollen coming to the plate. He has a home run in this game for Dave Carroll as well.
That's right. In fact, Mike, if he hits one out here, this will be the second time that they have hit back-to-back home runs to lead off an inning. 18-4 the score now, with Campbell's Carpets on top of Dave Carroll Sports from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. And here's the delivery. That's a strike. Next pitch. There's one. Left center field. Back forward is CELLURA. It's gone.
And they've done it. They've done it. They've hit back-to-back home runs 2 times now. Mike Bollen and Mike Parrott. And now here comes Bollen down the line as the team congratulates him. We'd like to run down the list of teams that have been participating in this 1980 USSSA World Series, along with Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California, and Dave Carroll Sports. We've had Howard's Western Steer of Denver, North Carolina, Softball City out of Detroit, Michigan, Jerry's Caterings, Miami, Florida, Universal Camper of Phoenix, Arizona, Capital Insulation, North Hollywood, California, and we'll tell you the other teams involved in just a moment. Mark?
Here's Donnie Wood now. That one misses. And the delivery. There's a swing and a long drive, left center field. CELLURA is back there. She has it. For out number 1.
The 5 other teams involved in the 12-team USSSA World Series this year: Coors Advanced Real Estate out of Yakima, Washington; Lenore Tire of Kinston, North Carolina; Bibbs Real Estate of Sandusky, Ohio; Lilly Air Systems out of Chicago, Illinois; and Jesse's of Louisville, Kentucky.
Doug Brown hits a long one back there, but WILLBORN is there right in front of the fence for out number 2.
That's a 7th shot by Richard. Here is Clyde Guy.
Well, here's Clyde Guy again, Mark. Clyde, a fine defensive outfielder, having a tough time at the bat today, but a good player for Dave Carroll.
He is a good player. He's made some fine throws from the outfield, cutting down runners at the plate throughout this tournament. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball to third base. King bobbles it, picks it up, throws. Not in time. Clyde Guy was all set to let the umpire know if he was going to be called out. He was going to say, hey, now wait a minute. But it looked like the umpire was going to call him out, and then he said, no, he's in there.
Tough play there for Jerry King. He had the ball, bobbled it a little bit, and that allowed the runner to be safe. Clyde Guy there at first. Jerry King has a good arm from third base, but they did not quite execute on that one. So Dave Carroll has a runner at first.
Here's Dirt Brown now. He's the left fielder. He's had lots of action out there. First pitch is the ball. Next delivery on the way. And that one just misses. 2-0. There's a swing and a line drive. Base hit down the left field line. Clyde Guy round second and holds on. Left fielder there, WILLBORN, with a fine throw into the third baseman, Jerry King. So Dave Carroll has a little bit of a rally here going. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. They scored 2 runs, but still trail in the ball game, 18-5. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Gary Markland. 0 for 2 on the day. That's a strike. Buddy Slater now taking his time. Sometimes he takes his time, and then before you know it, the ball's there. So you never know what he's going to do. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a bounding ball up the middle on into center field for a base hit. Clyde Guy around third. He's coming into the plate. Throw is cut off there by Buddy Slater. So Dave Carroll adds another run. Now 18-6. Still on the short end of the stick. But in this game of softball, there can never be enough runs. You can be ahead by 5, and it's almost like being tied, really.
That's right.
On deck for Joey RABY.
Yeah, I would say that would be the main thing that Campbell's has to watch now, Mark, is letting up too soon and giving Dave Carroll the chance to come back.
There's a swing and a grounder to second base. Myers on over to BUSHONG. That's all for Dave Carroll Sports, but they do score 3 runs. And moving into the bottom of the 6th inning, the scoreboard shows Campbell's Carpets 18 and Dave Carroll Sports 6.
Steve DeShera and Mark Bachman back with you here at Concord, California, Willow Pass Park for the 1980 USSSA World Series Championship game. Campbell's Carpets ahead of Dave Carroll Sports. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and we have a substitute batter. Mr. Gordon Wheeler will be coming up in place of the previous catcher, Greg FUHRMAN.
First pitch to Gordon is a ball, 1-0 the count. Gordon, of course, was a predominant figure for the Carpetmen, winning the ASA Nationals in 1978. There's a swing and a grounding ball. Stopped by the shortstop, Wood. Long throw, not in time. Fine play, though, by Donnie Wood to keep the ball from going into left field. But on at first base with the base hit is Gordon Wheeler.
Our program today is brought to you in part by Dudley Sports, maker of the SB12L softball, America's #1 choice. Don't just ask for Dudley, demand it. Dudley Sports out of Dublin, Pennsylvania. And we're proud to have them as a sponsor here on our telecast.
Here's the Rocket Man, they call him here in Concord, Dick Bartel, the left center fielder.
And they call him that because he could rocket it out.
There's a line drive into left center field. It'll drop for a base hit. Wheeler moves up to second, stops there. So Campbell's Carpets not letting down a bit. Even though they're ahead 18-6, they still want to make sure that this game does not get away. And folks, this game can get away awfully fast. You can, like we said earlier, be ahead by 10, even 15 runs going into the last inning and lose the game. It's a very common thing, and it happens to a lot of people, and it's rather stunning.
Stunning is right. It almost happened to Dave Carroll earlier in the day as they were battling Softball City out of Detroit, Michigan. Softball City came back to almost win the game, fell 1 run short.
Dennis Myers drives one to left field, and that ball is gone. Home run for Dennis Myers. His 3rd home run of the game, a 3-run shot. He scores. Gordon Wheeler and Dick Bartel in front of him as they move across home plate there. The entire Campbell's team out there to congratulate Myers. And it's now a 21-6 ball game.
And there's the Campbell's gang along the first base sideline. And they've got to be happy about it here, increasing their lead in the late innings to avoid any comeback by Dave Carroll.
3 batters, 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Campbell's Carpets. Here's ELBY BUSHONG now. He's already hit 2 home runs. He walks away from that one. 1-0 the count. Jerry King on deck. Here's the pitch. Here's a drive left field. Back for it now is the left fielder Brown to the fence, reaches up and makes the catch.
The grunter and groaner, that's a tough one to say. ELBY groaned on that one more than he grunted, was unhappy that it did not go over the fence. Didn't quite get all the pitch, made a good try out of it though.
Well, ELBY goes home and he practices that groan in the mirror.
In front of the mirror, right?
Right, so that when he comes to the ballpark, he's got it down. Here's Jerry King now. And it's a strike, 0-1. 0-1 delivery. That's deep.
18-3 right now.
Mike Parrott on the mound for Dave Carroll, and the first ball by Jerry King. He swings at it and winds it sharply into center field. So he's on at first base. That'll bring up the left fielder, Rich Wilborn.
There's Campbell Strange in the picture right behind Jerry King along the first base line, looking on as his team battles here in this championship game of the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of slow pitch softball.
Here's Richard Wilborn. You know, Steve, there's an interesting story there about Campbell Strange. Started this team in 1975. There's a base hit to left field. We'll get back to that in a moment. Moving up to second on the play is Jerry King. On now at first base is Rich Wilborn. Campbell Strange started this team, Steve, 1975, and in 5 short years, he is now in a position to win the Triple Crown of softball. That's quite an impressive record.
And in the beginning, he didn't really know that much about the sport, as
no,
he
didn't.
says.
He says he was first approached by some people. He says it just as well could have been a bowling team to sponsor, and he got into it. And
we compliment him on his achievements, that's for sure.
There's a swing and a pop foul beyond the third base side. That'll be back into the stands.
Oop, drops into the beer dispensary area.
Saw third baseman Doug Brown give it a chase. That's one thing I'll tell you in softball. These guys out here just do not give up on the ball. Whether it be chasing a fly or a ground ball or running the bases, they're giving 100% all the time. There's a strike now to Mike CELLURA. He had a home run his last time up. There's a swing and a drive, and that one's gone way back there. Goodbye. Another shot, 3-run shot for Mike CELLURA. That makes it a 24-6 ball game now in favor of Campbell's Carpets.
And we were congratulating the Campbell's people for putting together a fine team for this 1980 season. Not over yet, though, so don't leave, sports fans. Denny Jones here at the plate.
First pitch to Denny is a strike. Denny has yet to get a hit in this ball game. He has scored a run, though. He takes another pitch. That's a strike. 0-2 now. 1-2 outside is the call. That's a close pitch to take.
We come back from our break and notice they switched around the pitcher-catcher batteries again, and it's Russ Mundy back on the mound.
Here's the pitch. There's a drive, left center field. Goodbye for Denny Jones. Home run. 25-6 now in favor of Campbell's Carpets.
Some of the fans on the top of the bleacher area looking on, applauding Denny as he crosses the plate, and that probably makes him feel pretty good. We'll look at it again on the replay, and future softballers check out this swing. Boom. And he knew it from the start. He was pretty happy about it. He has not had any hits prior to this in the game, although he had a sacrifice fly. Rather dejected outfielder out there watches it crash over the fence.
Steve Williams now. He's the shortstop. 2 for 2. He walked twice. And the next pitch. That's inside.
You also almost know when he's going to swing on those because he really lifts his leg up higher than he might if he's, as in that case, going to look at the pitch go by. So he almost telegraphs what he's going to do with that front leg.
Next delivery, here it comes, and that one hits the plate.
Disappointed, he wanted to get a hit mark. He didn't want to take that walk. But he gets it anyway, and he goes down to first base as Campbell's continues to dominate offensively in this contest.
We're in the bottom of the 6th inning here at the 1980 USSSA World Series from Willow Pass Park in Concord, with Campbell's Carpets leading Dave Carroll Sports by the score of 25-6.
And the lights come on here at Willow Pass Park.
And the next pitch, that's a ball. Buddy Slater, the pitcher up there. Not a very big fellow, but he certainly knows how to play the game. There's a swing and a ground ball, base hit to center field. Williams round second, he stops as Joey Raby came up with the ball quickly.
And you see some of the friendly nature of the teams out there. Both teams enjoying this. Of course, Dave Carroll wishes that they were doing a little bit better offensively, but both teams having a fine time here at Willow Pass Park.
Well, here's the man that started this whole rally off, Gordon Wheeler. He was pinch hitting for Greg FUHRMAN to lead off the bottom of the 6th, and now he's up here again. 2 strikes on him now. Runners at first and second. Buddy Slater at first, Williams at second base. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a line shot. Back to the pitcher. He drops it. Throws to second. On over to first. In time for the double play. That's all for Campbell's Carpets, but they do come up with 7 more runs. And we'll go into the top of the 7th inning with Campbell's Carpets leading in the ball game by the score of 25-6 over Dave Carroll Sports.
One more replay before we leave. We're going to check out that double play. Gordon Wheeler, unfortunately, the victim of the double play. Good grab by Russ Mundy there. He bobbled it a little bit, but recovered in time. And Dave Carroll executes the double play to end the bottom of the 6th. So we go into the final scheduled inning of play with the score. Campbell's ahead, 25-6. And there you see some of the traffic outside of Willow Pass Park. Some of the folks cruising by on Olivera Road. And there's a shot from our center field camera as you look at the field. And here's Joey Raby coming up now on the top of the 7th inning. So this is it for Dave Carroll Sports. They must come up with a near miracle rally to stay in this contest. And now here's Mark Bachman for what could be the final 3 outs of the game.
Buddy Slater delivers the first pitch here in the 7th inning. and it's a ball. 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch. There's a swing, a drive into right field. That's a base hit.
Is that Denny's first ball of the game? I believe
it is,
so.
Steve.
And here's Bruce Meade. He was robbed of a home run swing a couple of innings back by a sensational catch by Rich WILLBORN.
He was robbed. You hear the word robbed a lot, but he was robbed of that home run by Rich WILLBORN out in left field. Hasn't done much here today, has Meade, but let's see. There's a swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Could be two to second. Over to first. Not in time. The big man moves pretty well down the line. He beats the relay throw, so Meade is on at first base. Out on the force play was Joey RABY, so we have one out, and Meade on first base here in the top of the 7th inning.
Well, here's Mike Parrott, co-manager for this team, along with Donnie Woods in the absence of Mr. Dave Carroll. There's a shot of Buddy Slater as he sends in the pitch.
Here's a drive, left field, back for it is the left center fielder. Home run for Mike Parrott, and WILLBORN almost got that one.
He almost did, but that's Mike Parrott's third home run in this ball game. Bruce Meade will score ahead of him. So Dave Carroll Sports managing to get a couple back here. Yeah, Bruce Meade trotting in slowly. Mike Parrott right behind him as the team congratulates them around the home plate area. Bruce Meade not only plays for the Dave Carroll Sports team, but he also works for Dave Carroll Sports in promotion and handling the Dave Carroll line of sports products. So his involvement with softball, as many of these people's involvement with the sport, is total.
Here's Mike Bollen now. He homered his last time.
2 for 3 with 2 home runs, huh? Not a bad day.
Next pitch on the way. That's a strike. Donnie Wood on deck for Dave Carroll Sports. And here's the pitch. There's a swing and a line drive, base hit into left field, so Bollen singles to left. WILLBORN up with the ball, firing it back in.
Looking back over towards the press box area, I see Mr. Al Ramsey, Executive Director of the USSSA, and also Dan Brown, Regional Vice President for this area of the USSSA, a fine organization.
There's a swing and a line drive down the line, fair ball into the corner. WILLBORN up with the ball, firing it quickly back into the infield. A base hit for Donnie Wood. So we have now runners at first and second base. Bollen moving up to second, and Donnie Wood at first base. Here's Doug Brown, the third baseman.
The USSSA this year, 16,000 teams belonging to the organization, and they've really built the group up from 1968 when they started with only 50 teams.
Buddy Slater looking in, and he's ready to throw the ball. There's a swing, a long drive, left field. WILLBORN goes back to the fence. It's over his head. It bounces off the wall. It'll be a long single for Doug Brown. As the runner's there, of course, with WILLBORN's tactics out there in left field, you can't really start running around the bases. He's have to go up over the fence and pull the ball down. So they had to wait, and the ball was lined on a shot by Doug Brown. And the runners holding up had to settle for a base hit. Clyde Guy now the batter. And here's the pitch. Missed with it. Three and 0 now. Buddy Slater in danger of walking a run in here. There's a strike. 3-1 delivery. Here's a swing and a chopping ball up the middle, and it'll be an error on the shortstop. 1 run scores. Here comes the throw to third. Safe at third base on the play is the base runner, and he may be hurt, Steve. That was Doug Brown now, who's a little bit injured. 2 runs come in to score on that play. It was a ground ball to shortstop. Williams tried to flip it to second base for the force, and in doing so lost the ball.
We'll have another look at it here to see what took place. Clyde Guy at the bat. Buddy Slater tried to leap for it, and it's the second baseman, Myers, that actually boots the ball. Tries to pick it up and throw it to third, and then the ball gets by Jerry King at third, and the runner, Doug Brown, kind of flops onto the bag, but he appears to be all right and will remain in the game.
At third, Clyde at second.
So we have runners at second and third for Dave Carroll Sports. First base open, and here comes Dirt Brown, the left fielder for DCS.
So it's now 25-10 in favor of Campbell's Carpets over Dave Carroll Sports. And the first pitch is lined, fair ball down the left field line, base hit. Here comes Clyde Guy around third. He'll score. 2 more runs come in to score, a base hit, and 2 RBIs for Dirt Brown.
Well, this is what we say, sports fans. Never over till the lights are out and the crowd is gone, and even then there's a chance something may happen.
That's right. You may have to come back later and finish it out.
Well, here's Gary Markland, and there's a little conference on the mound. Randy Garrell out there with his pitcher, Buddy Slater, and the catcher, Gordon Wheeler, conversing there. They're very aware of the situation. They don't want to let things go, and they're just talking about it, looking around, making sure they have all their plans in order. And the conference is over now.
Well, there's only 1 out, and you just don't know what's going to happen in these slow-pitch softball games. They've already scored 6 runs here in the top of the 7th. They went in trailing 24-6. It's now 25-6. They've scored 6, and it's 25-12. Gary Markland up at bat. Dirt Brown on first base. And the pitch. Missed with that one. Next delivery on the way. Inside for a ball. And another ball. So Gary Markland is waiting Buddy Slater out. Make him come in with one. Here it comes. There's a swing and a grounder off the glove of the pitcher, Slater, over to second for 1, over to first. Double play. It's all over. Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California has won the Triple Crown of amateur softball. The final score over Dave Carroll Sports of Sherrills, North Carolina, 25-12. Steve?
We'll be right back with a wrap-up, Mark. A very successful game for Campbell's Carpets, capping a successful season. We are going to take a look at that last play. You see the fans up on their feet. There's the team on the field. The first team ever to win the Triple Crown of softball. There you see Markland swinging the ball, bouncing off Buddy Slater's glove, but a fine recovery by the shortstop, Williams, shovel passing it over to Myers at second base, and a fine whip throw to first. And there you have the end of the game, and congratulations to Campbell's Carpets as ELBY BUSHONG leaps high into the air, and Coach Ed Manassi coming out along with the rest of the Campbell's Carpets players surrounding Buddy Slater in the middle of the field, and we definitely have enjoyed this game. Congratulations also to Dave Carroll Sports, finishing second in the tournament. The third place finisher was Softball City out of Detroit, Michigan, and the fourth place finisher was Capital Insulation out of North Hollywood. We'll be back with the final totals and a wrap-up right after this word from our sponsor. All right, we're back for the post-game wrap-up here for the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of Amateur Slow Pitch Softball. You see the presentation of the awards being made out on the infield. Many of the tournament officials are out there to congratulate people, and we'll take a look at the play that ended the game here in the 1980 World Series. Gary Markland, the batter, a runner on first. There's the hit off Buddy Slater's glove. Kicking over towards shortstop Steve Williams. Shovel pass over to Mad Dog Myers at second. A good whip throw over to ELBY BUSHONG at first, getting the final runner out for Dave Carroll Sports. So Campbell's Carpets, the winner, and the first people in softball history to win the Triple Crown of softball, and we congratulate them. Mark Bachman, Steve Teixeira here, up on top of the platform, surveying a happy local crowd from Concord, California, as they've witnessed Campbell's go undefeated in this tournament and keep their record intact here at Willow Pass Park, still only having lost one game here at this park in 3 years.
Incredible.
And that by the score of 1-0, which is the real incredible part. We've enjoyed bringing this game to you. The ceremonies are continuing down there on the field. We see Al Ramsey, Executive Director of the USSSA, many of the regional vice presidents and executive directors out there. The fine trophies picked out by Tournament Director Art Cruz. And we're going to get ready now and conclude this as the ceremonies are taking place down in the field. This telecast from the 1980 USSSA Men's World Series of Slow Pitch Softball from Willow Pass Park in Concord, California. Thanks to Mr. Al Ramsey, Executive Director of the USSSA, and to Art Cruz, Tournament Director, for their cooperation in making this broadcast possible. Our statisticians have been Bob LaRude, Scott Graff, Bob Gilbert, and Mike Hansen. This program was brought to you in part by Dudley Sports, makers of the SB12L softball, America's #1 choice in softballs, selected for use in more world-class tournaments than any other ball. Don't just ask for Dudley, demand it. Once again, the final score from the 1980 USSSA World Series, Campbell's Carpets of Concord, California, 25, Dave Carroll Sports of Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, 12. This program has been a special presentation of the USSSA Television Network. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year.